And a very good day to you, and welcome to The Turning Point from the Ceylon Independent, and I'm Faraz. The war in the Middle East between Hamas and the State of Israel has virtually gotten out of control. To find out some key facts about this, we spoke to, in Colombo, Sri Lanka, the Deputy Ambassador, the representative of the State of Palestine in Colombo, Mr. Hisham Abu Thaha. Has the current atrocities and the current goings-on, has it brought the Arab nations together?
The Arab League, in its late meeting on the 11th of October, has stressed on the immediate ceasefire to prevent any further escalation, and they have called all the parties concerned for self-restraint, and they have warned from humanitarian and security precautions because of this continuous escalation. And also they have called to interact with the international community in order to find a genuine solution for the current crisis, which if it ignored, everybody will pay the price.
How possible is it for 1.1 million people to leave their homes in what is already probably the most densely populated area in the world? How easy is it to comply with the Israeli government's order?
Everybody knows that the Gaza Strip is a very narrow enclave on the Mediterranean, suffered from more than 15 years of blockade, and now as a result of this war carried out by the Israeli occupation forces, already there is more than 300,000 people left their houses to another places, and most of the population of the Gaza Strip are refugees. So now it will be a big challenge for those people. They have already displaced from their historical lands, and they came to Gaza. And now, if they were pushed to the south or to the north or to the sea, where to go? The only exit is the sea, and the people, they will refuse. Where to go? It is a real massacre. It's a real genocide against our people.
How best do you think Hamas can be brought into check? The Israelis say that Hamas is ISIS and that they should be treated much in the way that ISIS was treated by the world. What do you have to say about that?
To be clear from the beginning, I would like to confirm that the Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO, is the sole legitimate representative of the Palestinian people wherever they are, and it continues its struggle until our people achieve their just and legitimate national rights to return, self-determination, and reaching the independent state on the border of June 4th, 1967, with the East Jerusalem as its capital. Now, regarding condoning Hamas actions, it is also must be clear that we condemn the killing and targeting of civilians on both sides, and the need to release all citizens, prisoners, and detainees. We also reject the terrorization of civilians and the mutilation of their bodies, including the killing of children and women, as this is contrary to religion, morals, and all international laws, and is not accepted by our Palestinian people on the official level and on the local level. That should be clear.
Can you tell me, please, What is the level of casualties in your areas, in the Palestinian areas, the Palestinian people? What are the numbers?
Actually, the number is big. So if you excuse me, let me read for you that the Israeli bombardment from the air, sea, and land have continued and intensified for the seventh day. And actually, according to Palestinian Ministry of Health, there is more than 1,500 people lost their lives. More than 6,268 were injured, and also there is more than 3,000 residential areas and apartments were completely and partially destroyed. Families being deleted from the civil registry, and the war is there and it's continued. We cannot give you an exact number.
Do you ever see a solution to the Palestinian issue, as we call it? Do you think that the America, the American perspective is committed to a lasting and sustainable solution to the Middle East equation?
I think with the current Israeli extreme leadership, it would be very hard to reach a peace agreement with them. And regarding the American perspective, I could say that the Americans, they have been since 1994. They are trying to do something, but always they put the pressure on the Palestinian side, and condoning what the Israelis are doing, and without any real pressure from the European Union and America and all other powerful countries. If there is no any real pressure on this government, the war crimes against our people will continue and will never stop. Once they can hear that, once they can hear, I mean, those the Israelis, the Israel, they have the right to defend themselves. That means they have the green lights to do what they want from of massacres against our people. So the Americans and all other free world forces, they should put the pressure on Israel to convince them to sit and go for a real negotiation to be ended with the real peace.
What distinction do you make between the people of Palestine and Hamas?
Mr. Faraz, Hamas only created in 1987, and before that, our people for decades has exposed to a very devastating atrocities committed by the Israeli occupation army. And Hamas, it is like any other Palestinian groups who 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 came to defend the rights of our people, but Hamas, they have their own ideology, uh, and as I told from the beginning, that the Palestinian Liberation Organization is the sole representative for the Palestinian people, and all the resistance actions being carried out by the Palestinian came as a result of the Israeli uh, savage attacks against our people. And also, it should be clear that the Palestinian leadership has been warning for months and even years lately that the Israelis' breaches of international law and the attempts to negate Palestinian rights, coupled with the persistent failure to hold accountable for its grave crimes, would lead to an escalation with dire consequences. But Israel never listened to these warnings and these messages.
And that was the Deputy Ambassador in Colombo from the State of Palestine, Mr. Hisham Abu Thaha.